Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. To those who joined me this morning at 7:30, awesome to meet you, and thanks for joining. My name is Kelsey. I am your digital host for these sessions, and I'm really excited about our first sort of session together. Like I said, there was one this morning. If you joined, thank you. But this is just a recap of what you missed. This is also an introductory of what the DMC Digital is about, how it came about, and how you can get involved. So, the DMC Digital it's a non-profit social education movement that I recently started. It aims at getting us all together to learn from each other in a social environment in all things digital. So if you want to learn just by watching and observing and listening and taking notes, this is the right place. We'll be meeting with industry experts and picking their brains. So if you want to make some suggestions, please do. And I will then go and meet with them, and we can compile some questions together to interview them and to get to know how they do what they do best, because we really do learn from the best that are out there. So I just want to say initially this was going to be a group where we meet up and have coffee, but there were 200 people that were interested. So I'm really happy about that there was so much interest in the market. It just goes to show that there really is a massive need for this. So we couldn't meet in person to have coffee. I'm non-profit, obviously, so I just couldn't afford that right now. But hopefully in the future, if we get some sponsors, if you want to sponsor, let me know, and we can maybe in the future have these sessions in person and get our guest speakers to come in where we can all chat to them in person. So I just want to say that, the basis for this is that in digital, we know fundamentally, when we started out, we all learned fundamentally that digital is always changing. It is always being updated. It is always, it's constantly changing, and we need to stay up to date with industry trends. So whether you're a CEO, whether you're the head of your department, you know that it's vitally important that you constantly keep yourself up to date with those trends so that you don't get left behind. So therefore, this is a meet for everybody and anybody, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you're starting out, whether you don't know what digital is, whether you don't know what that internet thing is. That's a friend of mine said that to me the other day. No matter what level you're on, this is the place. We're going to meet, share, learn, educate. So please join us. So the reason I decided to join this, to start this group, is because I found that the digital courses I was doing online lacked that human element. They're really cool and they're very informative. They give you great theory and they're very informative. But that theory knowledge, that basic education, you also need to learn how to apply it, obviously. And that's where I found the biggest gaps were missing. So I hope to bring that human element back into the game. And for us to all get together, share, learn from each other. So what I'd like you guys to do, just to recap our first session, that's the introduction. I'd like you to make some suggestions as to who you'd like to meet in the industry, digital only. Stick to South Africa for now, please, if you don't mind, because that's where I'm based. Just make some suggestions. Who do you want to meet with? It could be head of digital, from X company, head of SEO, head of marketing, a specific developer, somebody you look up to in the industry. Drop those in the comment section below, and I will make a plan to meet with them. We will then compile questions together during the week, where we will then obviously go over them with our guest, and we will then answer those questions in the sessions at the end of the week. So cool, that's how it works. Please get involved. Like I said, if you want to sponsor, let me know. If you want to make a suggestion as to who you'd like us to meet, please do that as well in the comments section below. Cool. So I just want to reiterate the fact that this is a come as you are meetup. Don't feel like you know too much. Don't feel like you're too senior. Don't feel like you are too junior. Because this really is a space where we can just feel like we can ask the questions that we need to ask and then learn from each other. So it really is a place for everyone. So I encourage you to join us for our broadcast with our guests that will happen once every 2 weeks. Cool. I've got a quick few minutes. I've got 2 minutes to quickly describe the DMC Digital. The name, I had to come up with a name because I had all these interests and I needed to create a space and a group where we could all get together and share information and share our meets and our recordings. So the DMC Digital, DMC is obviously stands for Deep Meaningful Conversation, as a lot of you know, but it's also sort of categorized as slang. So although it's a deep, meaningful, informative conversation, I also want it to be light and fun and not so serious. I mean, we are serious most hours of the day at work. This is more of a just light-hearted, come as you are, let's have a good discussion, let's learn things, but let's do it in a fun way. So that is where the name comes from, and that's about it for now. We'll be posting more videos soon, so watch the space, and please make your suggestions below about who you want to see, who you want to meet. Cool. Thanks, guys.